So a couple of weeks ago, we had a flood here at the church, and the insurance is paid out on it. And because of we have good policy, it's allowing us to really do a remodel. And so I've been working a whole lot down in our first level at the church. And man, like when I enjoy doing projects like this, but just the energy level, to try to keep your energy level up, is very difficult. And then you have all of your normal tasks that you have to complete. And so this last week, I was getting, I was kind of going through the week, and it came to the time I always really just spend all of Thursday just kind of hammering out what I'm going to talk about and get it all finished and put together for Sunday mornings. And I was exhausted, and I was scheduled to bring a new series out of the ground, and I was up here at the church and just thinking about it and thinking, man, how am I going to get this done? And I was just talking to the Lord, and just said, I don't think I can do this. And I just very clearly felt like the Lord just say to me, in my spirit, to say, listen, what you need to do is you need to just teach the people what you do on a daily basis. You're just abide with the body on Sunday morning. Don't do a sermon. And so I was like, and that's a little nerve-wracking, because you always feel better about knowing what you're going to say and kind of really just finding some security in your preparedness. And so this is totally not that. But I listened. I was faithful to the Lord to listen. And so I came to church Sunday morning and just did what I felt like the Lord was telling me to do. And we had this amazing service. It was so sweet, so intimate, as we as a body just sat with the Lord and kind of had some abide time together. We sang some worship songs, did a lot of praying, had several people respond and come to the altar and just for special prayer. And it was an experience that you walked away and you're just like, man, that was the Lord. That was the Lord. And I had a lot of people tell me on their way out the door that day, thanks for listening. Thanks for being in tune with the Spirit and listening to what He asked you to do, because that was so powerful and exactly what I needed. And it really got me to thinking about, man, I think the Lord, He loves doing stuff like that in our lives. He loves just sort of redirecting us in a direction and a pattern we may be traveling in, and then He just shifts us. And when we're listening, there's these incredible experiences that are always on the other side. And I'm really convinced that I think the church as a whole, just the church worldwide, we're not good enough at listening to the Lord. And the sad part of that is, one, it's kind of dishonoring to the Lord. But man, we're getting cheated. What He wants to do in our lives, we're missing these incredible experiences because we're not taking the time to sit with Him and listen to Him and allow Him to lead us where He wants us to go. And generally, man, not generally, but 100% of the time, when you step in obedience toward the path that the Lord is laying out for you, you're going to enjoy your life more than you possibly could any other way. And so my encouragement to you today, and even to me and myself, is just to make time, make sure that I'm carving out time to listen, because that's where the meaningful experiences come from. I'm convinced that even the eternal things that are going to pass through the fire of the judgment of Christ as He looks at the body and He judges His bride based upon what they have done. With all that He has resourced us with. Man, I think when we're listening to Him, we're crushing it out of the park. We're just, that's where life is meant to be lived. So I want to encourage you this week, man, take some time to sit and listen. You're going to hear me say that when I'm teaching from the stage, when I'm shooting videos, when I'm trying to disciple people and encourage them. The most important thing we can do as followers of Jesus is sit down and listen. And then when we hear what it is that He's asking us to do, we're sitting in the Word, we're sitting with the Lord, we're listening to how he's prompting us, then we take a step in obedience, we react, and man, there are great experiences waiting on the other side. So the Lord's talking to you, like he's talking to you right now. Today, he's going to say some things to you. It's not like he's not speaking. It has to do with our ability to listen. So I encourage you to find a quiet spot, take some time, listen to the Lord, and do what he says, and I think you'll be blown away at the experience that waits you on the other side. I hope you have a great day. Can't wait to share with you next time.